Hey, Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor and best-selling author. And we're here to talk about the stock market and the crypto market. I'll be brief. I'm tired. I took a few days off from doing the live or the videos Monday through Friday because we're promoting the book. We're still promoting the book, but we're going to get back into our regular schedule as I'm back in North Carolina at least for the next few days, and I'll be back in Tulsa doing book signings. So thank you for the support of those who went out and pre-ordered the book that came out to the first book signing. We will be having another one. We're aiming for May 29th in Tulsa. We will be in a few bookstores in the Tulsa area and nationwide. So thank y'all for your support. We are still at the #1 spot for new releases. So really, really excited about From Burning to Blueprint, Rebuilding Black Wall Street After a Century of Silence. So stay tuned for even more details about the book. You're going to hear me a whole bunch of podcasts here pretty soon. And hopefully we might get some national media attention in the next few weeks or so. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the crypto market and even the stock market. So if you haven't noticed, it ain't been a good day. The market was down, I think, more than 300 points at one point today, but it recovered. The market was still down 100 and some change, and people are already panicking. Crypto market, especially China, came out with some reiterations of some regulations. You've got Elon Musk still doing Elon Musk things, and you've got other companies saying, "Look, we're not going to buy any more Bitcoin. We're just going to hold the Bitcoin we have," and that spooked off all types of people. At one point this year, Bitcoin was at an all-time high of $63,000 a coin. Now it is like 35 and some change. At one point, it was as low as 30. This is a 40 something percent correction for Bitcoin. But I want to give you some context and let you know how is this normal, right? Because not everybody has been investing in Bitcoin forever. I haven't, but it's been on my radar since 2017 or so when everybody invested in the first time and then it crashed after. So I want to give you some context real quick and just kind of go over some of the corrections that Bitcoin has had. I'm not going to go all the way back to 2012, but I'm just going to call out some of the biggest ones. So this was April 2013. Bitcoin dropped 82%. 82%. What looks like between April 10th, just 2 days. So for between April 10th and April 12th, 2013. Then you go to November 2013 to January 2016, it dropped 86% again. So you had two 80% corrections or really crashes, just outright crashes from 2013 to 2016. I'm looking at Visual Capitalist for those that want to reference. I can put the link in the notes or something. Then you've got December 2017, which where this is kind of where most people kind of looked at it. So December 2017, December 17th to be exact, when it peaked back when it was all on the news. December 2017 through December 15th, 2018, it dropped 83.6%. Then again, in June of 2019 to March of 2020, this was last year, it dropped 60%. And right now we're at around a 51% dip. So this is why I tell y'all that you don't want to invest in anything you don't understand. Okay. You should have known that Bitcoin was this volatile, as well as Ethereum and Dogecoin and all these other coins that are out there. This is why I've always talked about when you're looking at crypto, does it make sense? It can. Is it swaying me from Bitcoin? No. But Bitcoin is one of the smallest holdings that I have compared to stocks and things that I know, trust, and I can measure a bit better. Light is changing because I got the game on. In case you're wondering, go Lakers. But to let you know, like this is the type of research you need to know. This is why I'm not putting in 50% of my net worth or 50,000, $60,000, everything I got, my savings, my tax refund, my whole stimulus check into something like this, because this has been what, 3 months or so, and you lost 51%. You had NFL stars taking their entire paychecks and saying, "Pay me all in Bitcoin." Yeah, it don't look so smart right now. Now, at the time, it was a great idea, but you always want to limit your risk. That's why I be telling y'all why I be telling y'all about that 5% rule. We talk about the 5% rule in the book. If you want to do more than that, you taking on a bigger risk for times like this. So no, it is not swaying me. I'm not going to personally, I'm not going to stop buying any of my crypto. I'm sticking with my DCA just like I do with the stock market, and I'm slowly just add more, add more, add more because it's a longer term strategy. Again, we've seen Bitcoin recover from much worse in the past. I would expect this trend to continue of huge dips and hopefully big recoveries. Now, I cannot be as confident as I am about the overall stock market recovering because I don't have 50 years of data to point back to. I can't say since 1950, since 1920, this has happened in the stock market. Bitcoin ain't been around that long. Doge ain't been around that long. And because it hasn't been around that long, I can't put but so much. I can only put but so much money into it. So this is why you want to manage your risk. As far as the stock market, I don't. It's not swaying me from anything. We already knew that tech just ain't what it's supposed to be, or isn't what it used to be over the what we've known tech to be. That's fine. We've already talked about where we're going to pivot. We've already talked about some of the places that we think could work, including energy, maybe oil, depending on how you feel about that. Looking at some of the infrastructure plays those are still out there. Something like Lowe's still makes sense, and other places, even the Amazons and Googles are still out there. And I think this is discount season. I see this as long-term discount season, which is almost exactly as what I was saying this time last year. Your options as an investor should not change. This is either a season for you to sit still. I didn't say sell. I said sit still and wait things out and allow them to come back, or this is time for you to continue to DCA, get some stuff while it's cheap, and just keep moving. I bought when I initially bought Bitcoin last December or so, it was like $45,000. It shot all the way up to 65. Great. Now I can get me some at 30 something. There is no guarantee that it's going to go back up to 60 or beyond. There is no guarantee, nor do I know how quickly it's going to get there. Same with any of my other investments that may or may not be doing well right now. But again, your options are to either sit still and do nothing, wait it out, take a break. If you've got quality investments, you should be fine. You will be fine over time. I can't speak to Doge. I've been warning y'all about that for forever, right? So y'all, you do what you want with that. But again, setting that aside, just generally, you either want to stay the ship, relax, take a break, don't be fixated on the day to day. But also, if you are, especially for the stock market, more so for the stock market than anything else, just mind your business, continue DCA, and if you got index funds, just keep going for your index funds and just allow things to just go. Okay, we saw this last year. You have been through worse this time last year. The market, any market, does not shoot straight up, real estate included. So this is not a time to sit back and relax. Now, if you're asking whether or not you should be investing at this time, my answer is always going to be yes. It depends on what you're investing in, but the answer is still yes. I don't think it's a time for you to sit back on the sidelines and say, I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm just going to wait until the right time. Wait for what? What is there like a certain price point you got in mind? Is there a certain time of the day you got in mind? In most cases, no. For example, what was the right time? Since we're talking about crypto, what was the right time to get into Bitcoin? When it was $1, right? But you didn't know that, right? None of us knew that, or most of us did not know that. If you could have gotten back in 2017, 2018, when it fell off the map, then conventional wisdom might not have told you that was the right time. You don't know when the right time is going to be. That's why you just want to be consistent. Just add money every week, every month, whatever your schedule is going to be, and just ride it out if it is quality. I always want to emphasize quality. You don't want to put your money in the trash. So again, this is why we talk about the 5% rules, why we manage our risk, even with the stock market, is why we have those bracket trades that I talk about in the book, and the bracket trades I talk about in my classes, so that I got a stop loss if things go beyond where I want them to go as far as my trades. And it's why I have long-term investments I've been in for years that I'm still not down on because I've had them for years. Long-term investing can pay off. And it's also why we have index funds. So when you are prepared, if you got everything set up, you're going to be all right. If you haven't, you just jumped in here, you had no plan, this is when you start to panic. This is when you start to get upset. And this is when you start to really lose money and have your emotions make those decisions, which you do not want to be in. All right. Now, that is it for me. Make sure that you get the book. Make sure you hit the share button, and I will be refreshed and in my normal spot tomorrow. And hopefully, Lakers win. So I'll be in an even better mood at that point in time. And we'll see what happens with the market because you never know between now and then. All right. That's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later. later. Bye.